What's good, everyone? My name is Pfozjéra, and in today's video, I'm going to be explaining the lyrics to my song Parting Gift from my album Bloom. When I wrote this song, I was dealing with a narcissist. I just remember them trying to read me and find all of my little insecurities and pin those things against me. So the beginning of the song starts with harmonies, and the harmonies are there to represent disharmony, if you will, sorrow, something ominous, uncomfortable, because that's what it is to deal with a narcissist. It kind of starts out really fun and like exciting at first because of all the love bombing, but then it gets to a point where that person is now like picking you apart, trying to tell you who you are. I was 20 when I wrote this song, and like I literally had just become like an adult, and another adult is trying to tell me who I am when I'm trying to figure all that out, you know? Don't let anybody tell you who you are. They might judge your story, make themselves the star. Don't let people disregard you. You've got a heart. They might speak your mind for you, picking you apart. Like I said, this person was constantly trying to read me and find things about me to like use against me. It was like they were trying to write my story for me, like predetermine it before actually getting to know me as a person. I don't even think they were actually interested in getting to know me. It was more about like trying to find a box to put me in. I'm not afraid of a little situation, something amazing. I'm not afraid of a little situation, something amazing. This part is talking about getting away from the narcissist, and it's really hard when you are in a narcissistic relationship, whether that be with like a parent or a friend or a significant other. It's really hard because they've kind of depleted your confidence and like your sense of self. It's kind of just like, who am I and what am I supposed to be doing right now? This part of the song is talking about regaining that courage and that sense of self so that you can leave and go create something better for yourself. Come my way. Bring your body closer to me. Come dance with me. Can you stay? Why can't you stay? Baby, please. When I picture this part, I picture myself dancing with myself, like doing a tango with myself. There's a lot of back and forth in my energy. There's a part of me that sees this new version and is like so intrigued by them. They're beautiful, they're hot, they're sexy, they're confident, they're smart. They are a whole vibe. And then there's this older version who is technically like the present version, and that feels lost and afraid, doesn't know what moves to make, but is intrigued by the newer version. And they're just kind of doing this tango of like going back and forth on this dance floor. That's what I picture. This is my parting gift, my broken hearted gift. I don't want to live like this, pleasing them, appeasing them. I'm not afraid no more. This is war. This is war. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart. I'm not going back no more. This is the part in the song where I realize this is not the life that I want for myself, and I need to get out. I need to find a way to leave this situation. Just being like honest and transparent, I was like living with this person at the time, and it was just a very toxic scenario. The person who was supposed to be like protecting me like was not protecting me. I kind of felt like hopeless. I was like, how do I get myself out of this situation? And I didn't even put myself here. Sitting and thinking about it now, I feel very grateful for the experience because it really taught me a lot about myself and also other people in the world and how to maneuver those types of people. Everything happens for a reason, even though that shit fucking sucks. This is what you're getting from me. Like this song is my parting gift, you know? Like this is me explaining to you what you did and also letting you know like I can't come back to this life. This life is not for me. It's not the life that I created for myself. You know, you put me in a situation that I feel like could have been avoided and had nothing to do with me in the first place. It's about boundaries and enforcing those boundaries so that you can maintain the life that you want for yourself. And when I talk about like this meaning war, it's literally that. Like it's not some kind of like dramatic fill. It's about standing your ground, and that is a battle for some people. The narcissists or the people who don't understand boundaries, they are going to try and cross your boundaries all of the time because they don't understand why they're there in the first place, but that's why they're there in the first place, because they cross your boundaries all the time. And it's like this back and forth experience where you have to stand your ground. Otherwise, that person is going to continue to try and walk all over you, and you just have to stand your ground. And it's very hard, but you can do it. It's possible. So now when we get to the next part of the runs in the song, we're still feeling this like sorrow, but now it's because we're like leaving the situation and you feel so guilty about it because you just feel guilty about it, you know? I don't know if you guys are like recovering people pleasers or like dealing with people pleasing like tendencies, but this part with the runs is just about finding yourself while you're grieving this old life. I had to leave my past so that I can grow. They kept me down, yes, I know. People want to mold you and make you their own. I can't be tamed, and I'm not your clone. This part was honestly inspired by Can't Be Tamed by Miley Cyrus. I was just thinking about how in that era in her life, like I said, I wrote this song when I was 20. In that era in her life, I believe she was dealing with Disney, and Disney was like, you need to be doing this, and like, we want everything to be like this, da-da-da-da, you're still contracted with us, and she kind of felt like she wasn't free. And it kind of made me think about like parents and how they raise us a certain way with, you know, the tools that they were given, you know what I mean? Like with their own life skills that they have like accrued through life and everything. And I'm not saying that like everything our parents do are right, you know, but I do also have to have compassion and understanding. Like maybe they just didn't know any better. You know what I mean? Your whole life, they're trying to mold you into who they want you to be. And eventually, like when you become conscious, like when you start to have your own like thoughts and goals and dreams, I think a lot of the time people forget that like babies and like tiny humans are like conscious beings, you know, and they develop their own opinions and thoughts towards things. You eventually have to stand your ground in your beliefs. For me, it was like I had to leave my past. I had to leave everything that I was taught. Maybe not everything, but a lot of things that just didn't align with my core values. I had to leave those things. These are the things that keep you bound to your parents, your families, your friends, these core values. And so when you decide that those values are no longer things that you value anymore, it weeds out the people that shared those values with you. I'm not ashamed of living in my truth. I don't have to please you. That is just affirmation after all of that, breaking through this new era and deciding like I'm gonna be my own human being. There's a lot of shame and guilt that comes with that. This part is just basically talking about how I decided that I don't want to feel shame towards it because it's okay for me to be my own person and to have my own experiences. This is my truth and I don't have to please you. You know, I've spoken about this in other videos, but people are not always meant to be in our life. Sometimes they're just like crossing your path and like right here is where you intersect or whatever. But I think that sometimes we just hold on to things for a little bit too long. It's like, let's just leave it where it's at. Or sometimes like they cross your path again and like life is always doing some shit like this. So, you know, people find their ways to you or you like find them in other people. But yeah, guys, that is the lyrics explained for Parting Gift. Parting Gift is about experiencing narcissistic relationships and learning how to outgrow those things, learning how to release the guilt, the shame, learning how to become your own person and walking in that because everybody is capable of doing it. It just takes getting to know yourself and standing in that with full confidence, full throttle. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the end of my lyrics explained for this album. This is the last song on the album. If you haven't already, don't forget to stream Bloom. It's out now on all streaming platforms. Follow me on my social medias to keep up with me. I'm going to be posting some more music in the near future, so tap in for that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.